Hi all, this is Team 30 consisting of Aditya, myself Prasant and Sharath, and we will discuss our work on plant phenotyping as part of ECE 542 neural networks course. Our motivation behind this project is to find the optimum watering strategy for plants, which can be identified through visual cues and phenotypic indicators such as the number of leaf tips and the colors of a plant. Our objective and our main goal of this project is to use image processing and neural networks to detect images, detect leaves and colors as key points in a given data set of images. This would indirectly help identify the phenotypic features in an automated fashion. So there has already been work done before on leaf spike detection, where they have used region-based convolutional neural networks to count the spike in the images of wheat plots. So the data set we used are 476 manually annotated images, and we used MATLAB to convert into a .mat format, and we finally converted that into a consolidated CSV format as shown below, which has very important columns such as the bounding box coordinates and the class of the image of the point and the file name. And we converted this consolidated CSV format into a TF record suitable for TensorFlow, which I will talk about in the next slide. So our methodology we used is mostly, we programmed it in Python, and we used associated libraries like TensorFlow and Protobuf. Our main framework uses the TensorFlow object detection framework, which consists of around 30 pre-trained uh, uh, configuration models. And the environment which we trained is initially on a CPU-based Linux machine, and then we migrated our workload to the Arc cluster, and it consists of RHEL servers having P4000 and GTX GPUs. We mainly focused on inception and MobileNet neural network architectures uh, and tensor board visualization for the same. Finally, we use a trained model to evaluate on the test images using the object detection script.
So to continue with my friend's Prashant's introduction, so let's look at the model architecture. First, the mobile net architecture, which we started off with. So mobile net usually uses low computation devices, so it doesn't use much of the, it doesn't use GPU or like any heavy hardware. So this was easy to work on, and and it is applicable on, like, we can use it on mobile and embedded systems. So this used depth-wise separable convolution, and there were around 53 layers in each of in this mobile net architecture, and around 3.47 parameters, which can be used to train the network. We use this for as the initial architecture. Then we went on to Inception. In Inception, again, it works on images where it has varying salient features, and this one uses multiple convolutions before it concatenates and provides the output to the next layer. So there were around 22 layers in Inception network, and around 5.5 million parameters to train this network with. So this provided better accuracy in our case, which Aditya will explain later. So the model configuration, we had like multiple configuration parameters which we can use. The number of classes, as it had, our case was the leaves and the collar. We set it as 2, and the kernel size as 3, because it was an inception based network, and it internally looks at in version 2 it set it as 3, and used ReLU as an activation function, and we changed a few other hyperparameters to get better accuracy. So in our hyperparameter selection, first we started off with the learning rate. With high learning rate, the model started overfitting, because in each step it learned a lot, and then again slowly we reduced the learning rate to get better accuracy. And then the threshold, which directs to the confidence value in our image, like the detection box image. So we had to play around with this to get better accuracy. From 0.5 we moved to 0.4, then 0.3. The image size, we had to change this because we were getting memory issues and buffer issues. So we changed that from 1200 cross 180 to 600 cross 600, and so on. Then we played around with activation function, ReLU, Sigma, and then the batch size from 24, 64, and the number of steps were changed to get better accuracy. So with this, Aditya will continue with the visualization.
Thank you, Sharath. Now I'll be explaining about the visualizations we were able to get from the tensor board for all the models which Sharath had explained. So we started off with the MobileNet V1 because initially we only had a CPU and we wanted to train and see how our model was performing. And so we felt MobileNet was the simplest one that was able to run on a CPU. So we ran this for quite some time, and we could see that initially our loss was pretty bad, but slowly it decreased, and we were able to get a loss value of 4.8. But on testing these images, we could see that it was very bad as most of the key points are not getting detected. Then we moved on and we tried the MobileNet V2 version. However, in this case, when we tried to run it for quite some time, we could see that the loss considerably dropped, and it was maybe around 3 to 3.3. So at this point, when we tried to test our images, we could see that few of the key points that were actually not being detected by the MobileNet V1 was detected over here, and there was a better performance improvement. So we wanted to try some other architecture which was much better so that we get a better result. So we saw the Inception model, and when we used the Inception V2 architecture, it was seen that the loss dropped even further, and we got a loss value of up to 2.5 when we trained it for close to 22,000 steps. And when we ran this on our test images, we could see that most of the images had a lot of key points being detected. However, when we ran it for 20,000 steps, we could see that some of the images were overfitting. That is displayed on the figure on the left side. As you can see, there's a collar image there's a collar being detected as on the person's coat, which is actually wrong. So this is basically due to overfitting. However, when we decrease the number of steps which we had trained on for the Inception net, we could see that the key points were being detected in a much better fashion. And in the next slide over here, you can see the way all the test images were detected, and it was performing well. So here in this table, you can see the difference of performance for each of our models. We considered MobileNet V1 as the baseline, and that had the loss value of 4.75. And when we use MobileNet V2, that was a better model, and it gave us a better loss of 3.12. But our best model was Inception Net, and that gave us a loss value of 2.25. And we were actually checking how our model was performing by checking the detection count ratio. So that is basically looking at the number of bounding boxes present in the ground truth and how many were detected by our model. So that gave us an accuracy of 55% for the Inception Net V1 and 45% for MobileNet V2. We also wanted to consider another metric for our evaluation. And after that, we wanted to see how all our models are performing. Then we'd like to conclude that we were able to identify the leaf tips and collars on images, and it worked in a good fashion. We tried to work it on other models such as the ResNet and FastRCNN, but they didn't work due to memory management issues. And we look forward to try to work on better models in the future and see how to improve upon them. Thank you. And these are the references. Thank you.